What's up guys, welcome to episode 11 of this little series. Now I've got quite a few things to discuss over, from things I've done, from things I've fixed, and then a new thing I've done. Well, how do I say this? One thing I've done a bit more of, there you go, that's how I put it. And then going to discuss something else at the end of the video. But yeah, let's not waste any more time, otherwise this video will get too long. Now the first thing I want to go through is is something I made that would be put out throughout the world, like a harvestable, where you can harvest ores, ingredients and whatnot. Of course this is very much a template, but yeah, I've got one instance. Like, it's very easy to implement itself. Like, there you go, I've harvested a mushroom, and then if you see my fin, it's gone smaller, but yeah, see, it's there. But yeah, that is what I've done, so now you can harvest stuff. Now, that is it for this bit, but something else I want to kind of show is the reason why not much exactly has been done is because one of the things I've done was a pain in the ass. It took me forever because I kept running into problems and all of that, and it just took longer than I thought, really. But I'll go into that later. But another reason why it's taken longer, if I go here, I'll show you, like, quick thing. This is my item list. This is where I create all my items. Now previously it was just there. 40 items were in this game, right? I recently created data for another, what does it go up to, like 90 items to go in this game. I've created all the data for 90 other items to go in this game. It was mostly tedious work, so yeah, it just took that long. So yeah, this is 90 more items, 132 items in total, and then there was like another 50, about 50 each bits of data I had to create for each of these tables, plus or minus some. But yeah, that's why there's not much, because I've mostly done the tedious work of that. This is not the full item list either. There's going to be probably another 50 to 100. So yeah, another 50 to 100 items. And yeah, that would just take some time really to make entirely. So yeah, that's why it took a bit. There's not much. And to be honest, in terms of programming, I've done, it's there. There's bugs, yes. There's inconsistencies, yes. But without proper assets, I can't do much, because animation-wise, I can't do much there. Like, I can't fix it if I don't know what that animation is going to look like, because the problems I have are linked between animations and coding. I can't do one without the other. So there will be bugs, there will be weird inconsistencies, such as my combat and whatnot, but can't do anything about that. But yeah, I have fixed the factions thing, my aggro mechanic, let's call it that, aggro mechanic. Previously, like, because of the way I coded it, for some reason passive and neutral would just randomly start attacking. I don't know why I done that, so I just done a little adjustment in my controller, so then it won't ever do that. Now what I've done, technically, passive and neutral enemies can't see or hear you unless you attack them, and then once that's done, they'll do their corresponding responses. But yeah, that's what I did. Now this is like very much short, this won't be edited much. There's nothing. Damage reduction. Previously I done it where it was too low. It was way too low, it wasn't doing much damage reduction. So now I've changed it to increase it. So for every point of armor reduction, there's 0.18 points of damage reduction. What else? Oh yeah, one thing that took forever and barely worked half the time was creating a world map. Now, not the map and UI, but the actual level. This is what I spent most of my hassle on, as I was trying to make it work because I didn't exactly know how it works, like the landscape. That was a pain in itself. I had to do a small sculpt in Blender to create the height for it, which was a bit painful. And then what else have I done? What else? I tried to do rivers and whatnot, but it messed up a lot of my landscape. So that's been pushed back a little, and I tried to put in foliage in there, but for some reason, I got an asset, another asset from a marketplace, so then I don't have to create it, because, well, I can't create foliage for the life of me. Anything organic I cannot create. So yeah, I've done that. I tried to use it, but for some reason meshes weren't working on the foliage paint. Materials were not appended to the meshes, and then texture slots were missing. Like, texture slots were empty. So I just ran into a lot of problems with that. I'm gonna retry it. I've just recently re-downloaded it onto the project again. I'm gonna try and start from scratch. Just go through the level that they've provided, and then just see what I've got to do. Because I kind of skipped that step, which is, again, a very bad idea. Never skip steps when it comes to assets that are made by others. Of course, this is like the first, I think it's the first asset that I have basically not created myself that I've put in this. This is the only one really, like proper asset. Like animations and whatnot, I've nicked them from Mixamo because, well, I can't animate like you saw. But yeah, this asset I had to get because, well, like I said, can't model that well. But of course I ran into problems. Now, this is the world. This is the world that I've made. Come on, camera speed, there you go. This is the world I've made. This, I think, is a couple kilometers by a couple kilometers. So I think it's 5x5. If I know my maths, maybe it should be about that. Point of reference. Getting to there takes a couple minutes of just running and walking travel time. It takes a couple minutes to get there. So then it'll probably take, I don't know, 8 minutes to get to there. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Now if we go size comparison, let's actually get my player in the world. Let's do this. Let's play in a new editor. There you go. Now if I go all the way, this would be where you enter this level. This is where you would spawn. Yeah, this is the expanse of the world. Now yes, it's very it's very dodgy. I'll say that. Once again, once I learn landscaping more, there isn't exactly proper that I have searched, but many tutorials don't go on like large scale world maps or whatnot, and most world maps I've seen, they use a generator for, and it's like, it's kind of not what I want to do. I don't want to have to use a generator to make my map, as this is the kind of look I wanted to go for. Of course, not better, but my point still stands of, I do not want a randomized world, I wanted to create it. Of course, if in the future it does still cause problems, I will have to change it up. But yeah. So yeah. can't see the door. It's somewhere there. But yeah. Let's go over here. Now this is a dirt path, I think. Yeah, this is the start of a dirt path. Now as you can see, it's a massive world. Let's get to... Now of course, it'd be more filled. It'll be more filled with... what do you call it? Villages, city, like two cities, camps, caves, everything. It'll be more filled. Trees, pathways, rivers, everything. It would be a lot more filled. But once again, really have to learn landscaping properly. But yeah, that is my progress for this. Now, ran into some, how do I, let's turn this off, it's going to distract me. Right, got some problems. Because I don't have substance painter, I can't create a lot of my stuff, a lot of my models required for this game from start to finish. I don't have substance painter. Otherwise, if I just create using Blender and create textures using Blender, it's just going to look like crap. It really will. And it's going to be very difficult to tell what's what if it's just all white. If it's just all white, there's no textures, there's no nothing. Of course, I can do simple textures for now, but I like to rather go from start to finish on a project and never look back on textures as such. So yeah, I've got a problem with that. Of course, goes into this last point I kind of want to discuss. I'm going to slow down making this one. This would be put lower priority. Well, I've done what I've mainly skilled in. Like, I can rush, as in a way, rush programming because I know how it works. I can get that done quick because I know how it works. I know what to do. I know how to fix stuff. Models, landscape, level design, I don't know much. So I'm going to slow down this project. Of course, there will be programming fixes. There will be other fixes every now and then. But this specific project I will slow down on, as it's very much a realistic looking project, and yeah, it's just going to take a lot longer, and if I rush it, I'm just going to make myself miserable over me not being able to finishing it. So this project will be put back on the back burner a little as such, and what do you call it? Yeah, I will slow down. We'll slow down on this project, and yeah, of course there will be more stuff added. I will let you know when more stuff is added, but I've got a second project. It's a bad idea, it really is. One thing to take away from this: don't do large scope things. I've run into a problem I've done many times now, but to be fair, this is the third time making it, and this is by far the furthest I've ever gotten. Like, this is the third time making this type of project, like open world, and this is the most I've ever gotten without massive issues, as previously it was coding. Previously I couldn't finish it because my limitation was my programming skills. I finished the programming of this game. It is finished. Technically, it is finished. Of course, like, data-wise, it's not done, and like, look-wise, it's not done, but programming-wise, this is done. This is the project completed. But yeah, like I said, data-wise and content-wise, not exactly, but technicality-wise, this is done. This is a finished project, technicality-wise. But yeah, but recently I've got an idea from another me and another person has been thinking of an idea, and I want to give my hand at a fast-paced like a fast-paced sort of game. It's going to be a lot smaller. That's in the scope. It's going to be much smaller. There's going to be like 3 systems in total, plus AI, and then like a couple levels, and then that is it. It's done. And then because it's going to be a stylistic style, so that will decrease the skill required for me anyway to make it. As art style wise, I can't make realistic in Blender, but I can make stylistic. That can be done. But yeah, of course, I will go back to this project. I will upload about this project every now and then, or whenever I've got an amount of stuff I've done, I will make a project video on it. I will make a video, but this would not be a forefront. I would probably make the other one the forefront of it. Of course, I'll make the project, see how far I can get. But yeah, large takeaway from this project: do not do large scale. I can shrink this. That's the thing. I can shrink this. Just to a simple demo to release for people to use. Like just a simple little demo game. That's what I might do actually. So I'll just have this project done as it is, and then create small starting level with some of the mechanics in there and some of the items in there, and then just go, here you go, play it. So that's what I might do. I might just publish this on somewhere where I could publish it without any issues. But yeah, this will just be largely demo that I might release at some point. So then if I do get back to this project, I can finish it and it'll be done. But yeah, that's kind of my thought process, as I'm going to try and move on to another project at smaller scope and in a way a lot easier, as it lowers the skill level of the design aspect. The programming aspect is about the same. It's about the same level, maybe a bit less complicated, as not many systems in place, but the design graphical look that's lower down is not as bad. But yeah, that's my thought process, and this video is longer than I thought. Yeah, so overall, this is back burner. There'll be another project I'm focusing on that you'll see, and it's quite a nice style. I think it has been, the style has been similarly done. It has been similarly done, but I wanted to make one with my own twist to it. So yeah, guess that's it. See you guys in the next video, I guess, whatever that may be.